Alex Dalton from Eco Garage Doors is joining me here on the Checker Pro radio show. Alex, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Joe?
Doing fantastic. Hey, as you know, questions come here into the radio station, into the show, and questions come up about garage doors. So I thought I'd reach out to you and ask you this question on behalf of a listener. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. We all know it's hot here in Texas. How does the Texas heat affect my garage door? So I've heard about how the cold weather can in parts of the country. I believe the heat can also affect certain things from springs to like a remote control, maybe in a car or outside keypad. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, just like the extreme cold, the extreme heat can affect a door just as much as it will to the cold. You got that expanding metal as far as the torsion springs go. The components like the keypads on the outside, those get really beat up by that Texas sun. So you got to make sure they're in a nice part of that house. Hopefully, the side that has a tree, kind of giving it some
Yeah.
some shade from that heat. You got just the doors in general, the paint on them will take a beating. Things are gonna go on those doors. Your door's gonna look faded. It's gonna get beat up over the years and in Texas with the heat, with the sun.
You know, Alex, it's like anything else. The direct heat, the direct rays from the sun, ultraviolet and so forth, they're not good for anything. That's why the doctor says we shouldn't spend too much time in the sun ourselves because it's bad for our skin. It's bad for the paint on the garage and the garage door. And you had mentioned the springs. When the torsion springs, especially when they get hot and they cool and they get hot, they're more likely to snap in the extremes, right? In the cold or the heat.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So there's really not a lot we can do about it unless you want to air condition your garage, which most of us don't. You're going to have those extreme heat instances. But I will tell you something that may work for the people who are viewing is if you want to keep it cooler in the garage, make sure there's ventilation. So if you are home, open the garage. And if there's another window or door in the garage, open that as well to let ventilation go through, right? Because it'll keep it cooler.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a good idea to do that. You just use your, best judgment, everybody, with the heat in Texas. Keep that keypad or any remote out of the sun. If it's in your car and it's not integrated into the automobile itself and it's, portable, try to keep it in a cooler place. Of course, the car itself should be in the garage, right? But many of us use it for a storage space, so we don't. And, it's just best to keep things out of the heat and the sun. Alex, as always, thank you so much for joining me here on the program.
Thanks for having me here, Joe.